Hello, I'm Tom Booker, Senior Instructor. Thank you for joining me. This video tutorial is over the palm heel strike combination from the wedge guard position. Now, with my wedge guard, start off right foot out in front, right arm up here, protecting my face and head, left hand right back here. Now we'll start off with just a two-strike combination, backhand and front hand. Then I'm going to come back into my wedge. Back, front, and back into my wedge. Back, front, and back into my wedge. I want to be sure that I'm using a gentle twist of my hips and shoulders, that this isn't all just sticking my arms out. And that I'm also recovering that wedge position at the end. With these palm heels, because I'm putting my arms well out away from me, I'm really extending into this, it's easy to overextend a bit, or to just, after the combination, to let my arms kind of float. And instead, I want to get back into a well-protected position. I want to be back in my wedge guard. Back, front, and wedge. And once we've got that, we will add another two strikes for back, front, and then I come back into my wedge. 1, 2, 3, 4, and wedge. 1, 2, 3, 4, and wedge. Now let's have a look at this from the side. We're here in our wedge guard position. And again, with that two-strike combination, back, front, and then I'm carefully closing back up into my wedge. I don't want to let my arms float. I also want to be sure that I'm not overextending into this and starting to lean forward, back and front. Then we will add two more, back, front, and wedge. Back, front, and wedge for a four-strike combination. Just like that. Again, I want to be careful that I'm getting that twist of my hips and shoulders as I strike, that I'm not tipping forward into it, I'm not overextending, and I'm getting back into that protected wedge position at the end. Back, front, and close it right back up. Now, once we've worked that in the air a bit, just to get a feeling for the mechanics of this, we're going to try this on a target. Just look on, if I could have your assistance, right over here. Now what we're going to use for this is the blocker. We're going to be using the end of the blocker. It makes a really good target for this because this is about face size. That's the kind of target I want to be able to hit. Now we're going to start here and we'll just touch and push. Backhand, front hand, and then I'm coming right back into my wedge. Back and front and wedge. Once I've got my distance, I'll add the other two strikes. Back, front. I'm still, and then my partner is going to test my wedge guard at the end. Make sure I'm getting that elbow back up to protect my face and head. That I'm not getting a little careless with it, dropping that hand and winding up with the blocker up my nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we've got that working well, we'll start going a little faster, turning these into strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's coming back out. 2, 3, 4. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back into my wedge. Thank you, Mr. Disselkamp. We are putting together a set of skills that we've examined separately. The wedge guard we've worked with on its own. The palm heel strike we've worked with as a single strike. Making these work together effectively as a combination of skills raises this up to a new level of difficulty. It's a more challenging thing to do. So it can take a little bit of practice. So give yourself some time to work with it. Start slowly. Again, just get the feeling for the basic movements of your body, of the distance on your strikes, and then gradually increase your speed and power. Well, that is the palm-heel strike combination from the wedge guard position. Thank you very much for joining me.